voices made me go hard, they had the choices. I wanna walk in garage, Rories and Royces, Bettegas and Culinars, or racing Rovers. I'm trying to live at a plage, I'm taking corners. The same ones they took me away from, trying to stack it for tomorrow, but we live for the day. And these voices in my head don't even listen to me. Dirty money taught me save and get it different ways. 7 ways of income ain't enough, but the life we live is where I'm from. If you make money, it's a different kind of up. I know they hate, look in their face, I get a different.
Welcome guys, we're back at it here at Uncovered Crypto. We're here in Miami 2023 conference with our guest host, Sam Jones, creator and CEO of Shiller, the biggest project of 2023. Sam Jones, it's an honor to have you here. Can you tell us a little bit more about Shiller and a little bit more about your background?
Yeah, no problem. Well, firstly, great to be in Miami. Day one of the conference, real pleasure to meet you guys, to share with you what Shiller is. Shiller.io is a technology company. We play in the space of live streaming, so live audio and live video, very much targeting the Web3 community, and it's really a toolkit for creators to engage their audience in a better way. So what I mean by that is tipping, ability to sell digital assets, token gating, basically content creation in Web3, a
Nice.
toolkit for that. And the co-founder of the project, you probably heard of him, is Snoop Dogg.
Of course you've heard of him.
So Snoop is obviously very active both in Web3 now,
Nice.
but he's also for 30 plus years been an incredible creator of music and content. So Snoop's involved, and yeah, we're going live in the App Store next week, and we'll be in Apple next week. So here we are in Miami, just getting ready for the launch.
Nice, nice. And can you tell us a little bit how you went from working for Wish.com, the giant company, to coming to Miami and working on this project with Snoop Dogg?
Of course. So I'm based in the UK,
Yeah.
and 3 years ago I was running some of the marketing function for a company called Wish.com. And Wish.com is a California-based e-commerce company. I was a managing director in there, and we were selling something like 3 million products a day.
Wow.
It's a huge market. Basically selling unbranded Chinese products.
Yeah.
And US was a huge market, Canada was a huge market, kind of Europe and US, South America was the audience. And we were a very big customer of Facebook. I'm sure you've seen a few of their adverts over time, and a few of the memes. But we also sponsored a lot of sports and entertainment assets. So we sponsored the UFC, we sponsored the Joe Rogan podcast, we sponsored a lot of soccer players like Neymar and Pogba and people like this. But one of the biggest things we did was we sponsored the LA Lakers jersey.
Yeah.
They're right on the chest, the Lakers. So we were the main sponsor for a number of years, and part of my role was managing that particular asset. And obviously the LA Lakers is a franchise of its own, but there's a lot of people on the periphery of that who are huge brands in their own right, like Kendall Jenner and Snoop Dogg and Halsey, and we used to use these celebrities to really amplify our partnership with the Lakers. And of course, during those years I was there, LeBron James joined the Lakers, which was great for elevating our brand.
Of course.
But also they won the championship, which was a bonus.
That's huge. That's huge. Some could say they won because of you. Some could say they won because of LeBron. You never know.
Yeah, no, we got very lucky with him going there, and obviously the Lakers have, for always been an incredible brand.
Yeah.
And so anyway, I was at Wish for a number of years, and this is how I got to meet Snoop Dogg, because we built quite a lot of campaigns together with him, being based in LA and probably being the most famous Lakers fan. And he and I became friends. And anyway, I quit Wish 3 years ago because I was in love with something that had exploded in China kind of 5 or 6 years ago, which is something called social commerce. And I was watching this space, and I'm going to tell you, what I saw, but it led me to quit Wish 3 years ago. Now, what's happened in China in the last kind of 5-6 years is China's ahead of the rest of the world when it comes to video applications.
Yes.
So if you think back 10 years, people started streaming things, the equivalent of Twitch.
Yeah.
But what's happened in China in the last sort of 5 to 10 years is people have started streaming but also adding interactive elements to the stream, such as tipping, such as messaging, such as emojis, and such as shopping. So we all remember people that used to watch QVC back in the 1980s and 1990s, where you were watching on a TV set and shopping with a telephone. Well, what's happening now in China is you watch a stream and you can buy a product with one click.
Nice.
So as someone's talking about a pair of shoes or some beauty products, you can shop very easily, effortlessly, without leaving the app. And this is an industry in China that's worth nearly $500 billion.
Jeez.
$450 billion.
Wow.
And the guy I always talk about, because I love what he does, is a guy called Austin Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Austin Lee used to work in the beauty shops in China. He was a retail worker, earning a few $1,000s a year. Today, he's the #1 live streamer in China. And in one day last year, he sold $1.7 billion of product,
with
beauty
a
products,
B,
in one
billion.
day. So if you think about the beauty industry, Paris, New York, London, the whole market globally is a $500 billion market.
Yeah.
He sold nearly $2 billion in one day.
Wow.
Now, the reason that happened was he's making very authentic, non-bullshit content.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not telling customers something's great when it's not great.
Mm-hmm.
He's on the side of the consumer, which I'm sure you guys are.
Of course.
And because of this, people trust him. And because they can click and buy in one click, people convert to a transaction much, much higher than a traditional e-commerce site.
Yes.
So this is why he did $1.7 billion. So I left Wish 3 years ago to build a company that does video shopping.
Wow.
And we built an app called OOOOOO.com. And this is basically for retailers and commerce companies to sell their stuff.
Yeah.
And we've been doing this for 3 years. We have an amazing group of guys in China, where China leads the market, so we put our team in China.
Of course.
And we realized in the last year, there's a huge opportunity in digital assets.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean by that is people selling NFTs, or people wanting to go live with content but create an NFT that acts as a ticket.
Yes.
Or people doing what you're doing now, which is making education-based content to reach an audience. But how do we use some of these tricks from China, such as shopping of digital assets and tipping, to make sure you guys get paid for what you do? So in the last 12 months, we've found the right partners, and we've built this product called Shiller. And so many people ask me, why did you call it Shiller? And I said, well, because I started listening to Twitter Spaces, all these people talking about NFT projects on Twitter Spaces, and so many people keep saying, no shilling on here. We don't want any shillers on here. And I said, what are you talking about, no shillers? They said, we don't want anyone to promote anything.
Yeah.
I said, business is about promoting things.
Literally.
So I said to Snoop, we're going to call this Shiller. So Shiller is a live audio platform.
Yeah.
So just like Twitter Spaces, where you can talk to 1,000 people at once, and you can sell digital assets and real products from commerce stores. But it's also a live video platform, where at any time you can point and shoot and go live, or you can go live from a studio if you prefer a more professional camera setup. And if you're a creator on there, you can run a business from if you're in the Web3 space. So this is the journey of it. I was in Wish in e-commerce.
Yes.
I saw a trend coming from China, which we embraced.
Yes.
And then we saw a trend coming in digital assets, and we embraced this. And then we figured we need someone who's really big to tell the world about it, and we thought Snoop Dogg is the perfect partner.
It's a big name.
So now we're in the business here in Miami of finding, where do we find our 1,000 creators? Where are these people going to come from? And obviously guys like you, now we need 998 because I found you two.
Appreciate it. So a little bit about that technology, you've touched up on it, but can you tell us a little more about how Shiller is going to be working in a sense?
Sure. Well, I'm gonna walk you through it. I think you're gonna bring up a video as I talk.
Yeah, we'll have a sneak peek of the project.
Yeah. So basically, when we think about Shiller, it's we're obsessed about how do we improve the creator toolkit. This is what we do. And if I look at Twitter, Spaces, which is where predominantly people are sharing content, Twitter Spaces and YouTube. Twitter Spaces is okay, but it's all audio, firstly.
Yeah.
And there's a few emojis, whatever. But there's no video on Twitter yet. Secondly, you cannot token gate the content, meaning if you want to speak to 1,000 Pudgy Penguin holders, you can't token gate. So token gating is something we're interested in.
Yes.
Tipping you can't do on Twitter yet.
That's true.
Maybe you can soon, but also you can't sell anything. So with Shiller, we're trying to address each of those points that I just brought up. So if I go into Shiller, you're either a user, which means you consume content,
yes,
or you're a creator, which means you obviously create content. So when I go into the app, you'll see it's a very simple UI, and I can I have a choice. I can either make live video content or live audio content. And the second choice you've got is, do you want to token gate this content or not? Meaning, is this for everyone to watch? Or do you want to say, no, the only people who can watch this are people who hold a Pudgy Penguin or a BAYC? Or maybe it's someone that's got crypto uncovered, uncovered crypto. Maybe you have a token for just today, Miami Day 1, or maybe you have one which is for permanent users of your content.
I hope one day we will. Now, another question for you is, how can our community get into Shiller as a creator?
So if you want to be a creator on Shiller, it's very, very simple. All you need to do is apply on our website, shiller.io. There's a very simple form. We ask a bit about your following, the sort of content you make, and we'll reach out and have a conversation with you. Otherwise, if you want to reach out to me direct, we can fast track. Just sam@shiller.io. Drop us a note and mention you guys, and we'll get you right to the top of the list. Just sort of going back to the benefits. Once you are in a live audio or video and you've decided to token gate or not, you can then, in the live stream, you can share that across any platform. You can also share it as a HTML5 link. So I'm sure you've never heard of OnlyFans, but OnlyFans did a great job taking people from Instagram and Facebook and TikTok, because they gave everyone their own link. OnlyFans/Sam. And if anyone clicks on that, you go through to someone's profile page, apparently. So on Shiller, when you make content, you can just share a link, and people will, just through the web, will be able to watch you, and then they can also download the app if they want. So
beautiful.
And really, the best thing about Shiller is the ability to create your own ticketed events, and then the tipping. The tipping, we don't take any cut from the tips. Apple take a small cut, Stripes take a small cut. We don't take any cut, and that will also put you in a leaderboard of everyone else on Shiller, so we can see who are the top earners in tipping, and who are the top givers in tipping, who are the biggest tippers, who are the whales.
Yes.
And we give prizes for people that are earning the most on there as well.
Nice. Now, you touched up on your team. Can you tell us a little bit more about your team?
Of course. So obviously we've got, Snoop is there as a co-founder, and I think he opens a lot of doors for us, and obviously makes great content. So, I think he's going to play a big role. And then in China, we really felt like we had to build this tech in China, purely because it's the most advanced market in video-based social. So the guy I started all this company with was Eric Zhang. Eric was in the founding team of Musical.ly out of Shanghai, and that went from 0 to 10 million daily active users. So it's a huge success. He was an engineer in that team, and then he joined TikTok, as part of the ByteDance acquisition of Musical.ly. And he and I, when I left Wish, he left TikTok, and we formed the OO venture, and then we've taken that venture into a number of countries, and then we formed a team just to do Shiller. So we found the right partners, we've got the right tech guys in China, and then we also have a team in Europe for Shiller that do creator management. And program management or project management, and we've just hired someone to head up music for us as well, Andrew, based out of New York. So that's like, how do we embrace Web3 and music? So it's a global team, and the benefit of that is when I go to bed at night, you know, especially here in Miami, the China guys are just coming online.
Yes.
And then when I'm going to bed, you know, sorry, when they're going to bed, I'm just finishing my day, and the UK guys. So it's pretty much a 24-hour team.
Nice.
And I think because this Web3 space is so global, you know, the
Yes.
people into this in Singapore, Switzerland, Lisbon, Dubai, Toronto, you know, I think that the app will be 24-hour as well. I think there'll be, you know, if you're sat at home and you want some alpha, you can just go on Shiller and there'll be someone live. And by the way, if they're not live, you can watch a playback of their show.
Nice.
So every show you make on there
Yes.
will be on your profile, and you can play it back on 1x speed or 2x speed.
Nice. And so you spoke about an app. Can you tell us about how our community can learn more about Shiller?
Of course. So our Twitter handle is really simple. It's Shiller.
Nice.
Okay, you'll see it. You'll see it on there. Our TikTok, we've just acquired the name. Our TikTok is Shiller. Our website is shiller.io. So these are the sort of main surfaces. And if you want a sort of more intimate conversation with us about what we're doing, if you have any questions, just email us, sam@shiller.io, and I'll put you on to the right person in our team, or I'll call you myself. And if you really want to be a project on here, maybe you're running your own NFT project that already has a holder base,
Yes.
then this is a great way to essentially token gate your content and give like behind the scenes access to, you know, what your project's about. So, you know, whether you're a creator, a project, a user, you want to be a business partner, or any other way you want to be involved, just hit us up. We're always online.
Beautiful, beautiful. So you heard it here, guys. All the links will be within our bio. You'll see the Twitter, the TikTok, and the URL to hop on and see the project for yourself. Again, like I told you before, it's one of the biggest projects we've had on this channel, and we are so excited to have Sam here and tell us more about it. Really appreciate your time, Sam. Thank you. You guys heard it here first. It will be launching in about a week time, so anticipate it, get ready for it. We will show you guys everything there is about it, and that video sneak peek you'll see on our channel as well. So thank you, and Sam, thank you for being here.
Thanks, man.
Really
Have a great day in
appreciate it.
Miami.
Thank you. Thank you as well.